I ultimately got a rival business owner fined $10,000 and shut down for good. And it all started when she made a racist comment and tried to destroy my cousin's dream. My cousin, Maya, is one of the most talented people I know. From a young age, she had a natural gift for aesthetics, teaching herself how to perfectly shape eyebrows through threading and waxing, and developing a real passion for makeup and hair. For years, she was the go-to for everyone in our extended family before any big event. Need your eyebrows done? Go to Maya. Wedding makeup? Maya. A fresh hairstyle? You already know. Back in 2020, while holding down a full-time job completely unrelated to the beauty industry, she decided to take a leap of faith. She poured her energy and savings into renovating the basement of her home, transforming it into a small, chic salon space. Now, in her free time, she takes clients there. And her reputation is flawless, nothing but glowing 5-star reviews. This salon is our family's baby. Her sister, Sophie, helped with the renovations and now runs the marketing side, managing social media and posting on community pages. I handle the finances, helping with budgeting and setting prices. We all poured our support into her dream and are unbelievably proud of what she's built. Then the pandemic hit, and it completely upended her business. We scrambled to adapt, implementing every safety measure you can think of to keep up with our city's strict COVID regulations. We operated on a one-customer-at-a-time basis, performed temperature checks at the door, made masks, face shields, and gloves mandatory for everyone, and religiously wiped down the entire salon after every single client. Of course, whenever our city went into an official lockdown, we closed completely, because a salon is not an essential service. This brings us to the incident. Our city was placed in another lockdown from the end of December through the end of January. Naturally, Maya's salon was closed, and Sophie had updated all the social media pages to make that crystal clear to our clientele. This is where Brenda, our Karen, enters the story. She stumbled upon a community post from way back in October, advertising a discount package Maya was offering at the time. Without a second thought, she commented on that old post, saying she couldn't believe the salon was open during a lockdown when her salon had to be closed. She conveniently failed to notice the post was from October, a time when salons were legally allowed to operate with safety protocols in place. She also didn't bother to look at any of the numerous recent posts explicitly stating we were closed. Brenda felt a smug sense of satisfaction, completely unaware that in her haste to destroy a competitor, she had just lit the fuse on her own self-destruction. At the time, Maya didn't even see the comment. The next day, 2 police officers knocked on my cousin's door. Maya was out at a doctor's appointment. Her mother, my aunt, Mrs. Sharma, answered. The officers asked for Maya, and my aunt, whose English isn't very strong, tried to explain that she wasn't home. My aunt told them she would call Maya and have her come back. Perhaps they didn't believe her. Or perhaps they were just being aggressive. But they insisted on coming inside the house. My aunt, worried and flustered, had already called Maya. What's this about? Maya asked. But my aunt didn't know. Do they have a warrant? Maya pressed. When she learned they didn't, She was firm. "Mom, do not let them in. I'll be home in 20 minutes. Maya started driving home. But my aunt called again just a few minutes later to say the officers had suddenly left. Relieved, Maya decided to quickly grab groceries as she had planned before heading home. But it wasn't over. 30 minutes later, the same two officers were back at the door, again demanding to see my cousin. My aunt called Maya once more, who rushed home. But in the 20 minutes it took her to get there, the officers had vanished again, leaving only a card with a number to call. Maya finally got a hold of one of the officers. He told her someone had reported her business for operating during the lockdown and claimed to have proof. Maya knew this was impossible. The salon had been shut for weeks. By now, she had seen Brenda's comment and put two and two together. She told the officer exactly what their so-called proof was: a Facebook post from October. She was furious. Not only was the evidence a complete joke, but she was livid that the officers had tried to intimidate their way into her home without a warrant. Especially when they could see her mother was struggling with the language barrier. The officer, realizing their mistake, sheepishly apologized. And we all thought that was the end of it. You might be wondering how we knew for sure it was Brenda who called the cops. Well, the next day, she told us herself. Maya got a message on the salon's business page from the same woman who had left the comment. Brenda decided to play dumb and pretend to be a potential customer. "Can I book an appointment?" she wrote. Maya, ever professional, replied, "Hey love. We are currently closed due to the lockdown. Once the lockdown is over, we will be more than happy to book you in." Brenda's reply was dripping with passive aggression. "Oh, my GF was there yesterday. My apologies." Maya shut it down. "You must have gotten the date wrong. The salon is not taking clients until the lockdown is over." "Thank you." Then Brenda showed her true colors. "NP, but I didn't get the date wrong, lol. I also know the police came due to you being open. Take care." Maya had had enough. "I'm not going to sit here and entertain your boring life. Maybe for a change you can find another hobby rather than spreading lies and wasting people's time. Including the police's time. Or even better, find an actual job. Have a good night." Brenda's response was the final nail in her own coffin. "I own my own spa that's closed, as should yours be. My mom is the one who called the cops. You are not entertaining me at all. Go back to your own country instead of fucking with ours." After that racist tirade, Maya blocked her. She was just happy to have the whole bizarre episode over with. But Sophie and I were outraged. Someone had made up lies about her small business, terrified our aunt, and topped it all off with a disgusting, racist comment. But one detail from Brenda's message stuck out to me: I own my own spa. It was time for me to do a little digging. And what I found was pure gold. It turns out Brenda also runs her own spa out of her house. Snooping on her business page, I found several recent client reviews that had been posted during the citywide lockdown. Now, I considered that these could be from clients who got services before the lockdown and were only just now writing a review. I needed to be absolutely sure. So, I found Brenda's personal Instagram page and decided to use her own trick against her. I created a generic burner account and followed her. Then slid into her DMs. "Hey, I love your pics. I was wondering how much you charge," I wrote. She replied almost instantly. Hey girl. Thank you so much. What service are you after? I picked one I saw on her page. I'm really interested in the BB Glow facial. That's awesome, she said. My biggest seller for sure. Normally it's $125, but it's on BOGO, so you pay for one session and get two. That's such a great deal, I replied. When is your next available date? This is where she exposed herself completely. Where are you located? I can't have people come to me in lockdown, but I travel to my clients. This revealed Brenda's greatest fatal flaw, an arrogance so profound she believed the rules simply didn't apply to her. A belief that would ultimately seal her fate. She was brazenly admitting to breaking the exact same regulations she tried to get my cousin busted for. I needed her address. I lied and said my place didn't have enough space and asked for her address so we could meet at a friend's place halfway between us. Foolishly, she gave it to me. While this was happening, I joined some of the same community Facebook groups she was in. In one group for small business owners, she had just made a post advertising discounts for her services for the month of January, the very month we were in lockdown. I had everything I needed. I went straight to the city's bylaw reporting website and submitted a detailed report, including screenshots of our conversation, her address, her full name, and her post-advertising illegal services. A few days went by, and life got busy. I had almost forgotten about it until I saw the incident report number on a sticky note on my desk. On a whim, I decided to check the status. My jaw dropped. This was not Brenda's first offense. It turned out she had already been fined $750 for having a client in her home during the first lockdown. As one online commenter later put it so perfectly, it's like someone who gets caught breaking the law and then continues to do so while trying to rat out others for breaking the same law. After that first fine, she had simply changed her business model to travel to clients' homes instead. Because of this, and because of my report, she was now being fined $10,000. Still following her on my burner Instagram account, I went to her page. She had posted a long, unhinged rant about doing terrible things to the person who reported her. And then, the cherry on top, she wrote that she was no longer allowed to run her business at all. I wasn't sure what kind of permanent ban the regional authorities had placed on her, but I wasn't sticking around to find out. I immediately deleted my fake account and left all the groups I had joined. Another commenter on the story really hit the nail on the head. It's always amazing how people in glass houses love to throw stones. Brenda will likely never understand the irony. She'll just play the victim forever. But we know the truth. At the end of the day, she got exactly what she deserved. And I got to live out my fantasy of being Sherlock Holmes. In the end, Brenda's hypocrisy and hateful jealousy became her own undoing. It's a stark reminder that if you're going to throw stones, you'd better not be living in a glass house yourself. What would you have done in my shoes? And have you ever seen a hypocrite get exactly what they deserved?